favorite division, Mikey, the NFC West. So we got the Cardinals, the Rams, the Seahawks, and the 49ers. I think the 49ers are going to win that division.
I think the 49ers, as a Cardinals fan, I'm like, yeah. I like my team.
Now, the 49ers have some internal strife. They finally re-signed Ayuk. They still have not re-signed or given a contract extension to Trent Williams, who's super pissed off, and he's holding out. He's still holding out, and week 1 is this week. So there's definitely some internal strife that can definitely impact that team, but I don't think it'll impact them enough to lose the division. I think the Cardinals finish second in the division. What are your thoughts on that?
I would agree on that. You never really know with the Seahawks how, brave they might get. But no Pete Carroll there anymore.
Yeah. I mean, like I do like their running backs a lot. Like I like Charbonnet a lot, especially. They still have DK Metcalf. Geno's their quarterback, middle of the road, right? Mm-hmm. Their defense is also probably middle-ish. Right, so they're just kind of mid, which isn't bad in the NFL, right? It will still help you compete in football games, but definitely mid. The Rams, I think, are the most interesting team in this division because they still have Sean McVay. They still have really good receivers. Cooper Kupp is coming back healthy, so they have some weapons. But they lost that guy on defense. You know what I mean? They don't have Aaron Donald anymore. Mm-hmm. And so I think I want to put Seattle last in the division and the Rams third, because I think the Rams have more firepower to keep them in games than the Seahawks do.
I would agree with that. I would agree with. I think it's a very close toss-up between the Cardinals and the Rams, to be honest with you. I think
so too. I mean, and it definitely depends on. I mean, like your Kyler staying healthy, right? Like your Kyler has to stay healthy, but their best receiver is a rookie, right? And now he might be a different rookie in Marvin Harrison Jr., but he's still got to show up and show out, right? So, yeah. He definitely has to show up and show out. So we'll see how that goes. I think he's going to be great. I don't know if I'm ready to put him at Rookie of the Year, like at all, right? And thank you for all the subs over on YouTube. I see you. I don't think I want to put him at Rookie of the Year yet because I think that's going to go to one of the quarterbacks. but I like Marvin Harrison Jr. a lot. I think he's going to ball out. He's definitely going to ball out. So.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see him on the field.
Man. I'm not a Cardinals fan. As someone who lives in Arizona, I'm not a Cardinals fan. I'm a Chargers fan, right? I'm excited to watch the Cardinals play football this year for probably the first time since Carson Palmer was here, right? Like I'm excited to watch them play football this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they're going to be interesting. They're going to be fun. It's my birthday today, and all I really want to do is taste some of that lint from your hairy belly button of yours. This is what's happening on Twitch right now, YouTube. Okay, YouTube is more classy than Twitch, but I knew that going in. Thanks, Fly. So for the NFC West, our first division, we have the 49ers, Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks. Are we in agreement?
I would agree.
Agree? Okay. Let's do the NFC West, my favorite division of all time. Not really. Look, let's just put the Chiefs first, right? Like we're just putting the Chiefs in first place in that division, right?
I think it's a toss-up. You never really know. Yeah, I think it's a toss-up.
I think it's just a straight-up toss-up.
I think it's just a toss-up. You never know with the Chiefs. They're a wild card team to begin with.
Definitely a wild card team to begin with, for sure. Look, Patrick Mahomes, I fucking hate him because I have to as a Chargers fan. He is the best thing going right now in the NFL. Like, he is hands down the best thing going. They still have Kelsey. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Rashee Rice, if he gets suspended or not after his little trial thing he's got going on, right?
That's the biggest thing. If I've heard mixed things. Like everybody's been saying, there's a good chance he doesn't get suspended until the end of the season. Yet,
yeah, but
who knows?
Yeah, but is that the end of the regular season that takes him away from the playoffs? I mean, like that would be fucking interesting, right?
Would be,
so
can you imagine that?
That would definitely be crazy. DJ Metcalf. Okay, it's DK Metcalf. Fucking Chumbo. Sounds like something you'd order at Starbucks. Yes, that's definitely accurate. The Chiefs defensively are still the Chiefs defensively. They're going to be good because of Chris Jones, and their secondary is always solid. Not great, but solid. So now we get into some Jeff's a homer territory. The Chargers are finishing second in this division. They are going to finish second in this division. They're going to get 9 or 10 wins, and they're going to surprise everyone. Jeff and his foosball, yes. The big question mark for the Chargers is who's going to catch the football. They do not have, unless Quentin Johnston somehow turns into a professional wide receiver after his atrocious rookie year, they're going to have a problem at wide receiver.
Yeah.
But they have that Harbaugh guy as their head coach now. So I think they're going to run the holy shit out of the football, control the clock, and they're going to turn around. Because historically, we like to lose one possession games. If we could cut that in half or even cut that by a third, this team's going to win football games. They're going to win ugly football games, but they're going to win football games.
Hey, take ugly wins.
Ugly wins are better than not winning at all.
Exactly.
So
Quentin Johnson needs to fucking hold on to that ball, though. I don't know what they need to do.
Yeah. Stick him. Stick him, baby. Stick him. You gotta put some stick him on him. Now, third place, I am apt to put the Broncos. Now, I know they have Bo Nix is their quarterback after his 9-year college career, however the fuck long he was in college for. He looked really good in the preseason. Now, preseason football is different than regular season football. But as a rookie, he looked like he grasped their offense. They do have some weapons. Their defense is solid. Their offensive line has to stay healthy or he might die.
What I like to think is all those guys that Bo Nix looked good against are no longer on a football team. So,
well, he played with the first team. Like he did play first team offense against first team defenses. So I mean,
okay.
I mean, like he did have that experience, but again, that's for 2 or 3 drives, maybe a quarter, right? In the NFL, you got to do it for 4 quarters. Like in the regular season, you got to do it for 4 quarters. So, can he do that? Can he lead a football team? Those are only questions because he's a rookie, right? So, to me, that puts the Broncos kind of up in the air and third, very close behind the Chargers, I would say, in third place. Fourth place is going to be the Raiders because they're the fucking Raiders. Now, their defense is really good. Max Crosby is a dog. Like, I mean, hell, I wish Max Crosby was on my team. I think you would say the same, that you wish he was on the Cardinals. That dude is a dog.
Yeah, that guy's...
like, he's crazy good. They still have Devontae Adams, but Gardner Minshew is their starting quarterback in week 1.
And
no.
Never know. That fucking... You never know with that man's haircut and mustache.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not sexy or 8 dimes and 4 nickels for sure, Chumbo. I'm not saying Gardner Minshew is not a sexy man. He is. He's 1,000% a sexy man, but he is not leading this Raiders team to a playoff spot. I mean, 5, maybe 6 wins for them, right? And like, I haven't looked at strength of schedule or anything like that, but they're still the Raiders, and when your glaring flaw on offense is quarterback in today's NFL, it's hard to compete. It's just hard to compete. So, yeah, no.
I would I would agree. I think it's definitely a toss-up between, was it the Broncos you put third?
I did. Barely.
Yeah. And I think to me it's just a toss-up between the Broncos and the Chargers because of the quarterback situation. Well, not a quarterback situation, but like quarterback situation in Denver, but wide receiver situation in,
With the
for the Chargers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think they're going to be really close. I think second and third is going to be really close. Let's be real. As a Chargers fan, we're probably going to finish last in the division. So but I'm going to put them in second because I'm a freaking homer, okay? I'm going to do it because I'm a homer. Okay, so we have Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. I'm comfortable with that for now. Now the NFC South, Panthers, Buccaneers, Saints, and Falcons, okay? Now, I might surprise some people. I think the Falcons are going to win the division. And let me tell you why. His name is Bijan Robinson. They have a new coach there now. Bijan's going to get the hell out of the football, whether it's rushing, whether it's catching. He is going to be fed the football. They have Kirk Cousins at quarterback, right? Their backup is Penix, right? So I think he's going to get the hell out of the football. Like, straight up.
Think of their receiver core here.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, I was just about to look at my team because I have Bijan on my team.
I'm pulling up the Falcons roster right now, directly from their website, chat, just so we can look. Depth chart. Let's go to their offense. They still have Drake London, who is yet to really prove himself, right? They still
he's going to actually have a solid year this year.
I do too. And they have Kyle Pitts at tight end, who will drop about 3 passes in the end zone in the first 6 weeks. Okay? They have Darnell Mooney and Ray McLeod at wide receiver as well. But I think the big deal for them is Bijan and Tyler Algier at running back. I mean, I just think their running back, especially Bijan, puts them over the top in a division that is relatively weak. Just straight up weak. I think their defense is good, not great, but it's good enough to get them through this division. That would be my call on that one.
Which division are we on? AFC?
No, this is the NFC South.
Oh man, that whole division's a little tough.
Yep. And that's where I think second place is going to be the division winner from last year, the Buccaneers. They still have Mike Evans, and that matters, right? That straight up matters. They still have Baker, right? And that matters, right? But I just think the Falcons, something tells me that the Falcons are going to make the next little step. The thing that might hold the Falcons back is if Kirk Cousins gets off to a bad start, they're going to call for Penix to come and be the quarterback. So,
do you do that though? You sign the guy to a $170 million contract, even
and then you pull him off the field. Yeah,
Does that sound like a Falcons thing to do?
I'm not sure if they've been put in that type of position before, right? Because back when they drafted their quarterback in Michael Vick, they just stuck him on the field and said, "Do your thing," right? Right?
Yeah.
So, yes, I think they're in an interesting position. Now, the Bucs still have Evans and Godwin on offense. They still have Baker Mayfield, Rachaad White. It's the same offense just about as last season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, nothing really stands out except for Antoine Winfield Jr., who I think is fantastic. KJ Britt's always solid. They got Vea in the middle, who's just a brick house at nose tackle, right? But it's the same team that won a bad division last year. So I just think that they might take a small, tiny step back. that will allow another team to take a small, tiny step forward and win a shitty division.
Yeah.
So, and then I think third place, and I think probably most improved here will be the Panthers. I think Bryce Young needs to take a step forward or he's going to be in trouble. And I think they slowly but surely are putting pieces around him to have him get the ball out quicker. He doesn't have to take long reads or anything like that. So I think they're going to finish third by default because the Saints are terrible. The Saints are a bad football team.
Yep.
Derek Carr is just not good. He's just not good enough, I should say. And the pieces around him, their offensive line is just not it. Again, in a weak division, right? Now, it could be the Bucks ball out and Mike Evans has like 2,000 yards receiving and like 50 touchdowns, right? And then the Bucks just win everything. But I mean, this division might be the hardest to pick because of how bad some of the teams are. So the order that I have it in is Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, Saints. That's where I have it. Would you change any of those?
If I go over that list one more time, Cynthia called me, sorry.
That's okay. Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, Saints. That's the order I have it in. So Atlanta,
Ooh.
Tampa, Carolina.
I'd probably flip around the Saints and the Panthers.
So Mikey would do Saints third, Panthers last. So no improvement for them.
No improvement for them. To me, Bryce Young, to me, watching Bryce Young play a little bit last year, even just watching his first video getting into the Panthers, stadium for the first time, he was like, his face just read like, holy shit! I didn't believe I was gonna get picked this early, And granted, he was the top level quarterback going into the draft. One of the top level quarterbacks going into the draft.
Right. Right.
I don't know, man. To me, if this is a make or break year, and like you said, if he struggles this year, it's gonna look bad for him. And
yeah,
I think this year, I think that nervousness just sets in. Is he has one or two bad games,
Well, they usually talk about the sophomore slump. Dude had a bad freshman campaign, so if he has a sophomore slump, it's just gonna be a bad look for him.
It's gonna look, and I think that added pressure on there where Derek Carr has been in that fucking running multiple times, right?
Yeah,
so, I don't think you can count out the Saints' offense.
I still got Kamara. Yeah,
But I think it's a toss-up between the two. But I'd probably flip around the Saints.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I had them pretty close anyway. So we have Falcons winning, Bucks second, Saints third, Panthers fourth. That's where we're at.
Yep.
The AFC South. I think in this division, CJ Stroud was so good last year. And now they have Stephon Diggs. They gave him another weapon, right? They're getting people back. They're getting people back healthy. Tank Dell's back. They still have Nico Collins. So offensively, they're a juggernaut, and defensively, they're really good. They're really, really good. So I think that they're going to win this division, and I think they're going to win it pretty handily. Second place, I want to put the Colts there, but I don't trust that Anthony Richardson can stay healthy. I think Anthony Richardson's a great talent. He's the size of Cam Newton, bigger maybe faster, with a great arm, right? He does have some accuracy issues, but he only played, 4 or 5 games last year as a rookie? If he takes another hit and he's out for a significant amount of time, they don't have Gardner Minshew this time to bail them out.
Who do they have at backup? Fuck.
Let's see. Their backup quarterback is Joe Flacco. 912-year-old Super Bowl winning Joe Flacco, who had a great run with the Browns last year, right? But, I mean, how long could Joe Flacco do that for? They still have Jonathan Taylor. They still have Michael Pittman, right? They have really, really good skill players as long as they're healthy, right? But I think that they are made or broken by Anthony Richardson's health. If he's healthy, they win. If he's not, it's going to be harder for them to win. Then that's why I think I would put the Jaguars in second place and the Colts in third. That's where I would be with that.
Yeah, I would go. I'm definitely going Texans winning that division.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go. I actually think Jacksonville might be a little bit better going in there.
That's why I put him in second place.
You put him in second? Okay.
I did.
Yeah,
Flacco, Flakes, Collabo, Chumbo. That's good. Yeah, so I have the Texans, the Jaguars, Colts, and then last is the Titans. Because the Titans went insane, right? How do you get rid of Vrabel as your coach when they had a winning season last year? I don't think Will Levis is that guy, right? I just don't.
I don't think so either.
And I just think the teams in front of them are just better than them. More stable than them, even. Yeah, so I'm just not impressed with the Titans at all. So Texans, Jaguars, Colts, Titans for the AFC South. You good with that?
Yep, I'm good with that.
All right. Now, probably the most talented division, minus one injury. You're not that guy, pal. That's right. Is the NFC North. So we got the Bears, the Packers, the Lions, and the Vikings. I want to put the Lions in first. Followed by Green Bay, which would be really close. Because the Lions are bringing everyone back. They have Dan Campbell as their head coach, who I love. Like, love. But man, the Packers were really good last season. Jordan Love was good. And then they beat the Cowboys in that playoff game, which I think made America happy, except for Cowboys fans, right?
Just think about a few years ago where, with Aaron Rodgers at Green Bay, it was always a lock between. It was always with Green Bay probably winning that division.
Yeah, then it was probably Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Like it kind of going back and forth. But I think the Lions are just stacked. Like, just straight up stacked. Yeah. Like, they are a well-built football team on both sides of the ball. I like Jared Goff.
I think, obviously Caleb Williams coming with all the hype.
Yeah, but he's still...
I think they have a great team.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. They have a great offense. I don't know about their offensive line, right? But, man, they put a lot of weapons around Caleb Williams, for his rookie campaign. They had the best offseason. Draft, free agency, everything. I'm sad that Keenan Allen is there. He was my favorite Charger. Of the modern day, my favorite Charger of all time is Junior Seau. But, I mean, heck, sticking Keenan Allen in the slot with the rookie quarterback, he's probably going to have 100 catches. I mean, because he's going to be an outlet. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Now, Caleb Williams has to prove himself, right? He's still a rookie quarterback, right? He's going to make rookie mistakes. They're going to have to go through those growing pains, right? Because that's just going to happen with any quarterback that comes into the league. And I think those growing pains with the Lions and the Packers, two proven commodities in front of them, puts the Bears in third by default.
I agree. Yeah, I could agree with that.
And then I think the Vikings are last, probably solely because J.J. McCarthy is out for the season.
They also might lose. What was it, Jordan Addison?
Yeah. Yep.
At some point too, he got arrested for what, DUI?
DUI.
He's got a court trial coming up in October, which could set him.
And they just gave Justin Jefferson all that money, and now they have no one to throw the ball. Who's their quarterback now? Let me see.
Sam Darnold?
Yeah, Darnold. Sam Darnold is their quarterback, and no. I'm sorry, but no. It's just not it at all in any way. The Vikings are so bad that on their official website, their depth chart is not even updated. Like that's how bad they are. They literally do not even have their depth chart updated on their official website. Because they probably don't want to put Sam Darnold as their starting quarterback.
If we do that, people will not come to the game.
Chambo says, I think the Blueport 25ers are going to take it all this year. God damn it. Why are you the way you are? All right, so we have Lions, Green Bay, Chicago, the Bears, and the Vikings. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Are you good with that?
I'm good with that.
I like it. Now, the AFC North, we have Cincinnati, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland. I think the Ravens are winning that division.
Oh, yeah.
Lamar's still Lamar, but now he has King Henry at running back, which I think takes a lot of running pressure off. Defenses have to account for something else now, not just Lamar running, right? Imagine the Ravens running an RPO where Derrick Henry is your R option. He's your running option. That's fucking crazy. Like that's actually insane. So I think the Ravens are one of the best teams in the NFL. They're well constructed. They have Lamar, who's 2-time MVP. He won a playoff game last year. Carrie, my wife, who is a Chiefs fan, is back here behind me saying they're going to lose this year. Fuck the Chiefs.
You only say that because lose to them.
Chiefs are ass.
You can only say that
I hope Taylor Swift.
Think about that with like.
I hope Taylor Swift breaks Travis Kelce's heart and he quits football and lives in a van down by the river. All right, that's what I hope happens.
I saw a picture of Travis Kelce like not too long ago with his mustache and shit. And
he's the coolest dude ever.
For some reason,
I fucking hate that guy. Want to punch him in his stupid face.
First.
Yeah, he's got that handlebar mustache. His brother's cooler than him. So
his brother is cooler than him.
So I think the Ravens are winning that division. Now, second place, I want to put the Bengals because they got Joe Cool back. They got Joey Burrow back. But he is coming off that injury. But, man, they still have Jamar Chase, and he's still really good. And he just got paid a lot of money.
Jamar, did he get a contract? I don't think he could.
Yeah, like, didn't he get one, like, yesterday or the day before?
Did I fucking miss that?
I think he got paid a penny more than Justin Jefferson. Taking a look. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. I was wrong about that.
No, I have not. Yeah, I have not seen that yet. Yeah. I was like, because that's my one biggest thing. He's one of my receivers in one of my leagues, and obviously with all he's on. I think he's got 2 years left on the contract though.
Yeah.
That he's currently on. So
he should be getting paid more money though. Like if anyone in the league should get paid more money, it's probably that guy. So they still have Jamar Chase. They still have T. Higgins. Zach Moss is their starting running back. They have Chase Brown as a backup who had a good rookie campaign last year. I think that they're built to win. I just don't think they're better than the Ravens. I think they're a wild card team. They're going to be one of my wild card teams.
Yeah.
I think the Browns finish in front of the Steelers too. I do.
But yeah, I definitely think the Steelers will lose in that division this year.
Yeah. Now the thing is, a penny's a penny. Yes. I think the Steelers, will they finish below 500 though? Because their coach, Mike Tomlin, has never finished below 500 as a head coach, which is a crazy stat. He's one of the best coaches ever. I think their quarterback situation, I have an internal hatred for Russell Wilson, right? I mean, like, I think we all hate him.
What happened?
I don't think they have the weapons for him to be successful there. Their defense is going to keep them in games, just like it has been for the last forever, right? But the three teams in front of them are just better than them. Just period, better than them. Hands down better. So Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers. That's the order we have. Are you comfortable with that?
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think the Browns are going to have a hard time
moving up.
And I definitely don't think that. Yeah, I definitely don't think they're better than the Ravens or the Bengals in that one.
Yeah.
I definitely think the Steelers are losing it. So
yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, no, I agree with that too. The NFC East: the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Commanders, and the Giants. Everyone's favorite division to hate. Remember picking up pennies? Yes. Yes, I do. Who do you think is winning the East?
We're talking about the AFC East?
No, the NFC East. Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders,
NFC
Giants.
East. Ooh.
That it's down or up?
I think it's a toss-up between the Eagles and the Cowboys for me. I definitely hate
Both?
giving the Cowboys to win that division.
Still up there.
But I think the Eagles just struggled last year, you know?
Man, down
and
the
with the
stretch,
loss-
they were bad. Yes, Chavo, the Far East.
Yeah.
The Far East division, yes. Yeah, down the stretch, the Eagles were bad. They do not have Jason Kelsey anymore, so what is the tush push going to look like, right?
Yes.
They still have Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts, who I
they
think is a great quarterback, right? They still have A.J. Brown, who might be the best receiver in the division besides CeeDee Lamb. They're 1-1A, right? But are they better than the Cowboys? You know, because it's between those two teams. I agree with you. Cowboys won the division last year, right? Probably China. Yes, definitely China.
Ready up, yo?
We could say that if this was the NBA, China's going to win the East in the NBA. Is there anything that the Eagles have that's better than the Cowboys? Probably more stability at ownership because Jerry Jones is fucking crazy.
He's still alive?
Yes, I think Cowboys fans are waiting for him to not be.
Damn.
Dak
Look at
is
the running back situation. But
Dak is Dak, right? Cowboys got Ezekiel Elliott back. I mean, okay, great. Dak is Dak. He'll have a great regular season and he'll choke in the playoffs, right? I think Jalen Hurts and Dak might be the same guy. I mean, Hurts has been to a Super Bowl. He didn't win, right? He has the same amount of Super Bowls as Dak.
I think Hurts is the better quarterback there.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, like I said,
His running ability puts him
would-
over the top, right?
running ability puts him over the top. But definitely, that's why they brought in Saquon Barkley to avoid the tush push. I think. at this
Yeah,
point.
I think that's the one that puts them over the Cowboys.
Yep. I think.
But if Saquon stays healthy, which has been a problem, he's one of my favorite running backs. I watched Saquon Barkley when he was at Penn State. I watched him against Washington at the Fiesta Bowl at State Farm Stadium, right? And Saquon Barkley made other really fast people look really slow. Saquon Barkley is one of my favorite players in the NFL, but he cannot stay healthy. Now, if they get 12 to 17 games out of him, they're gonna win a lot of football games because he's that good.
They will.
Like he changes games. He can catch, he can run, he's willing to block, right? He moved to a division rival, right? I can't wait till he plays the Giants. I hope he scores 5 touchdowns against them because it would be hilarious. And I think that's the one that makes, to me, that puts the Eagles in first place in the division. That's the one right there that has them winning the division. So Eagles first, Cowboys second. Washington, I'm putting in third. I think you and I both like Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
And former Sun Devil.
Him leaving ASU.
Of course, he left ASU and went to LSU and freaking balled out and won a Heisman.
Just fucking.
But
do
you blame him for leaving ASU when he did when Herm Edwards was still there? Not at all. Not at all. I do not blame him. Do not blame him.
Nope.
Because
to look at the success that he has now or had at LSU, I mean,
he was obviously surrounded by better players and better talent. Yeah. People out here are like, oh, he can't cut it. It's like, dude, you don't know ball. That guy's good. That guy's good. So
I don't think so.
He's still an ASU guy to me, but I think he has to be very careful because he reminds me a lot of RG3, who I love, right? Great personality. ESPN should have never fired him. F you, ESPN, for firing a guy who's awesome. I don't want to see him get hurt like we saw RG3 get hurt. You never want to see that anyway, like even for a team you hate, right?
Yeah.
And I don't hate Washington. I have no feelings for or against them. I'm just glad they got rid of their stupid owner. Dan Snyder was a flipping clown. But I think he might be my rookie of the year. If he stays healthy, he's my rookie of the year.
I could agree with that too.
Now that's probably not going to win them a lot of football games, right? I think they're third in this division for a reason.
You want a blue burst or a blue regular?
But I really like Jaden Daniels. Really, really like Jaden Daniels.
I want to say Dynami Brown had a pretty good season last year.
Yeah.
That's one of their receivers.
They still have Scary Terry McLaurin. Still got McLaurin.
Terry.
They have Austin Eckler now, little traitor. I'll take a blue regular. Okay. Okay, Chavo.
Hi, Grandma.
And then there's the Giants. The Giants are last in this division because Daniel Jones is still their goddamn quarterback.
Okay.
And he is ass. Like he is not primed to be an NFL quarterback. I'm sorry, he's
Do you
not.
think he gets talked to in the locker room?
I don't.
Do you think people talk to him?
I don't.
I don't think people talk to him.
Yeah. He just looks like he's on an island by himself, dude. Like he's just
like
there.
He shows up to work and they're like, "Hey, you're gonna throw the neighbors," and he's never met neighbors. Like,
yeah, they're definitely not neighbors. I do like neighbors. I do. He's gonna bail him out in a couple of games, but it's just not gonna be enough. I mean, like it's just not. Heck, like I would probably suffice to guess that real Giants fans are like, God, can we lose 15 games this year and get a top 3 pick? Yeah, you know what I mean? So they could draft a quarterback and move on from Daniel Jones.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're done with that shit. So, all right. So we have Eagles, Cowboys, the Commanders, and the Giants. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Would you change anything? And I know we were close on the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Oh, so you went Cowboys, Eagles?
No. Like I mean Eagles, Cowboys. Yeah.
Yeah, I would go Eagles, Cowboys, Washington third,
and the
Giants last in that one. Yeah.
Got it. All right, our last division, and then we're gonna choose our wild card teams. We have the AFC East. Yep. The Jets, the Dolphins, the Bills, and New England.
I think this one might be the biggest toss-up out of them all. Huh?
I think so too. Okay, because the Jets, they still have this guy that we call Aaron Rodgers, right? And I know he got hurt last year, and I know he's psycho and his little cave trips and his Awayuska, whatever the hell that crap is called, or whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, like, he's crazy. But he's still Aaron Rodgers. He's a Super Bowl winner, 3-time MVP of the league. And they have really good weapons on offense. They got Breece Hall, they got Garrett Wilson. They have some tools for him. But we still have the Dolphins and the Bills. Ayahuasca, okay. I don't know what the hell that is. Now, the Bills lost Stephon Diggs, which I think actually improved their team. Noob, okay, my bad.
Why are you not going for your loop, though?
Carrie's yelling behind me. Trying to make a video over here. The Bills still have Josh Allen. Tua is one concussion away from not playing football anymore. Even though he balled out last year, they still have Tyreek Hill. They still have A-Chain. So I think that they are... It's really hard to pick a division winner for this. It's not New England. Like, I'm putting New England last by default.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, because I think this division is going to be really close. Really close.
I could see, as long as Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, I could see the Jets win in this division.
I would put the Jets first. I would, because I like their defense. I like their coach, even though he could be a little weird sometimes too, right? So I think I want to step out on a limb. And of course, and just like all of our picks, the health of players matters, right? You lose one key player, especially your quarterback, you're in a lot of trouble, right? So I think I want to put the Jets first in this division, the Bills second, the Dolphins third, and the Patriots last.
Yeah, I'm looking at...
But I think 1 through 3 could be separated by 2, maybe 3 games. I could see all 3 of those teams making the playoffs.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
I could definitely see that.
Looking at the wide receiver core for the Bills, I mean, they have Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Dalton Kincaid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
the Bills have weapons.
Pretty good weapons there.
The Bills definitely have weapons.
And like you said, as long as Tua can stay healthy, I mean, that's the biggest thing. That dude just needs to fucking
just straight up stay healthy.
Hit, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, that's the biggest thing, but I mean, glad you took those fucking falling classes.
Yeah, please do not get hurt, Tua. Please do not get shit on, because I don't want you to get hurt. And I'm downloading some logos here so I don't have to pull anything away from my division winners, because I'm going to post it on Twitter. The Utah Mormons are going all the way this year, says Twitch chat. Jesus, Chombo. Okay, so we have our division winners. Okay, hold on. So the AFC East, we have the Jets, the Bills, the Dolphins, then New England. Obviously in a very close between those top 3. Are you okay with that order, or did you want to flip anything there?
So you went Jets,
Bills,
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I would agree with that. I think the Bills Dolphins could eventually get flipped, but
not now, right?
I think the Jet. Yeah. No. As of now, I think the Bills are 10, but
yeah.
I think after week 1, we'll definitely check and see how the Bills wide receiver core is gonna hold up.
Definitely, 100%. So I'm gonna put our division winners in our.
No, you're good. You're good.
In my division winners slot that I have here. There's the Ravens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing one. Where are the Eagles? There they are. So I have our division winners here. Now each conference gets 3 wildcard teams. So let's start with the AFC. I think the Bengals are going to make the playoffs. Finishing second like we have them in the AFC North, I think they're one of the 3 wildcard teams from the AFC. They would be
I could agree with that. The Bengals on that one.
Bengals. Now looking, and then the Bills, I think I want to put in there as well as second place in the AFC East. They would be the second wild card team.
Second wild card, I could agree with that.
Okay. So now we need a third. Now, are the Dolphins going to stay close enough? It's hard to get 3 playoff teams from one division, even with the extra wild card slot. The Bagels are going to get... It's the Bengals, not Bagels. Oh, my God. So we have the Dolphins, the Browns, Jacksonville, Chargers.
I think to me it's a toss up between the Chargers and Jacksonville. If the Chargers wide receivers can figure their shit out,
I think this is me being as objective as I can be, because I would love to put the Chargers down there in a wild card team, in a wild card spot, but I can't. Right? I would put Jacksonville in that spot.
Right there behind the
that would have been that. Yeah, like I said, that would have been my toss up between them.
Jacksonville or Miami. Jacksonville or Miami. But Miami had a chance to beat the Bills last week of the season to not have to go to Kansas City, and they lost. And I think they're going to take a big step back from that, and I think the Dolphins are going to miss the playoffs.
It's the playoffs.
Oh.
Yep.
You're good.
So.
Yeah, I could go Jacksonville or the Dolphins, but I think Jacksonville, if they play right, yeah, I think they would take it.
With Lawrence, and I love their running back in Jacksonville. I love Travis Etienne. I think he's great.
Yep.
So we have the Bengals, the Bills, and Jacksonville as our slotted wildcard teams for the AFC. Now the NFC. I'm gonna just say it right now. The Cardinals are making the playoffs.
Ooh.
I just ate a creamed bagel. What is happening in my chat right now? Dolphins gonna get beached. I think the Cardinals are a wild card team in a weaker NFC. It's not gonna take as many wins to get the AFC team into the playoffs. And he can change that out if you want. I also think the Cowboys will be one of the wild card teams.
I would agree. If the Cowboys end up not winning the division, I definitely put them as one of the wild card teams.
Yeah, because we have the Eagles winning the East. Browns are going to win the AFC North. That's wild. I respect that, though. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs. Okay, now our third team. Now, this one can get a little weird, but I think it has to be Green Bay. Green Bay or Tampa Bay. But I think Green Bay last year proved that they could play, that they were in it to win it. They've got pieces around Jordan Love. I don't think they're going to win the division because I think the Lions are better, but I think Green Bay makes the playoffs as the third wild card team.
I would agree. Who do we go with? We went Cardinals,
Cowboys, and Green Bay.
Do the emote.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yep.
So our division winners for the NFC are the Lions, the 49ers, and the Falcons and the Eagles. Imagine naming your team after a color. That's great. And then for the AFC, our division winners are the Texans, the Jets, Kansas City, and Baltimore. The AFC wildcard teams will be the Bengals, the Bills, and Jacksonville. And the NFC wildcard teams will be the Cardinals, the Cowboys, and Green Bay. That's a pretty damn good list right there.
Land with me.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good series.
It's a pretty good list.
Okay.
So we're going to save this, chat, and we're going to come back and revisit this. Okay, I'm going to post it on Twitter. It's going to be out there for the world to see. Okay, I'm going to share it on Twitter first. Oh, it didn't. Oh, hold on. I think I have to take a screenshot of it.
I'm dead.
Whatever, I'm gonna download it.
I'm not. But I thought I was.
There we go.
You fall.
Then we'll share it on Twitter. Imagine naming your team after a color. That's fucking crazy.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm gonna call Cynthia real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah. Chat, can you hear me typing? Because I redid my microphone settings and I think I need to play with it a little bit more. There we go. You can? Okay. I'll have to mess with it a little bit more. Just a little bit? Okay. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. It's not annoying? Okay, well, that's good. So that is, and I'll pull it back up for everyone here. That is our NFL list. It's our list. So we have our division predictions for every division in the NFL. The first, second, third, and fourth. And then we have our wild card teams down here at the bottom for the AFC and NFC, and our division winners right here. Those are my picks.
What?
We will see at the end of the season if I was right. We will see.
I don't know.
Of course, it's a long season. I can't believe pro football is back. Starts on Thursday with the Ravens in Kansas City. So we'll see how it goes and where it goes. You guys can see the list on Twitter as well. It's posted on Twitter already for you. Comment on it. Tell me how right I am, because you know I'm right, right? You definitely know I'm right. Don't lie.